Ayubawan everyone, and a very warm welcome. I'm from advice.lk, and honestly, we're here to help you make the most of this amazing island. So today, we're tackling a question that pops up all the time. How can you actually work from paradise? Legally. We're diving deep into Sri Lanka's digital nomad visa. So let's get right into it, shall we?
Just close your eyes and picture that for a second. That could literally be your office. I know, it sounds like a dream, right? But the thing is, it's not just a dream anymore. With this digital nomad visa, Sri Lanka has created a real, proper, legal way to make this stunning picture your actual everyday reality. Okay, so what exactly is this visa? Well, you can think of it as your golden ticket, really. It's your official key to live and work remotely here in Sri Lanka for one whole year. And it's designed specifically for people like you, remote workers, freelancers, who are earning their money from somewhere else but want to call our beautiful island home. So let's talk about your new office in paradise and, more importantly, why Sri Lanka created this visa in the first place. And the reason, well, it's actually pretty simple. After the economic troubles we faced, the country really needed a steady way to bring in foreign money and, help rebuild tourism. And digital nomads? You guys are perfect. You earn your money overseas and spend it right here.
All right, now for the part I'm sure you're all waiting for. Do you qualify? This is where we check the main requirements. Let's go through them together.
So who can apply? Honestly, the basic stuff is super simple. First, you've got to be at least 18 years old and, of course, have a valid passport. Then, your work needs to fit into one of these three little boxes. You're either a remote employee for a foreign company, a freelancer with clients overseas, or you own your own business that's based outside of Sri Lanka. Simple as that. Okay, now listen closely because this is the golden rule. It's the most important thing to remember. 100% of your earnings must come from outside of Sri Lanka. Every single cent. This visa is all about bringing money into the country. It's not for taking a job away from a Sri Lankan. This is super, super important.
Right, let's talk about the paperwork. To get your application going, you'll need to gather a few things. Nothing too scary, I promise. You'll need your valid passport, some passport-sized photos, some proof of your remote work, like a letter from your employer, and proof of your income, so bank statements will work fine for that. On top of that, you need health insurance for your entire stay, and of course proof that you've paid the application fee.
Okay, so you've got all your documents in a nice little pile. What's next? Let's walk through the application journey itself. It's really not as complicated as you might think.
Let's talk money. The main government application fee is $500 for that first year. Now, just keep in mind, there will be a few other small costs later on, for things like your medical check after you arrive. But that $500 figure, that's the main one you need to budget for.
And what's really great is that the whole process is broken down into just 3 simple stages. First, you'll do your application and payment online from the comfort of your own home. Second, once you get to Sri Lanka, you'll do a quick health check at an approved clinic. And finally, the third step is to pop over to the Department of Immigration to get the final approval and that lovely visa sticker in your passport. See? 1, 2, 3. Not so bad at all.
Now, just a quick note on the online system. Some of you might have heard there were a few issues back in 2024 when the old e-visa website was suddenly suspended. It caused a bit of confusion, I know, but I really want to reassure you, since early 2025, there's a new, dedicated online platform just for the digital nomad visa, and it's been running nice and smoothly.
All right, let's fast forward. You've done it. You have the visa in your hands. So what does your life as a resident actually look like? This is the fun part. Let's talk about the payoff and, of course, the rules.
And believe me, this is so much more than just a stamp in your passport. It's your ticket to living a proper life here. You get a full 365 days of legal residence. And that means you can do all the normal things. Rent a house long-term, open a local bank account, even enroll your kids in a private school if you want. You get to actually live here, not just feel like you're on a long holiday.
And here we are again at the single most important rule. I'm going to say it again because it's that crucial. No local employment. I cannot stress this enough. You are not allowed to take a job from a local company. Your work must always be for your company or your clients outside of Sri Lanka. This is the one rule you just cannot break.
You're probably wondering, okay, but how much does it cost to live there? And that's a great question. Of course, it really depends on your own lifestyle. But just to give you a rough idea, for a single person living pretty comfortably, a monthly budget somewhere between $800 and $1,200 is quite realistic. And as you can see, your biggest chunk of that will likely go towards housing.
So where are the best spots to set up your new life? This is the fun part to think about. If you absolutely need fast internet and all the conveniences of a big city, then Colombo is definitely for you. But if you're dreaming of that coastal life with a great community vibe, then you should head down south to Gali. And for those of you who love culture and a cooler, fresh climate, well, the beautiful hills of Kandy are calling your name.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? So let's pull all of this together and help you figure out if this visa is really the right choice for you.
A question we get asked all the time is, why can't I just keep extending a tourist visa? And look, while the tourist visa is cheaper, it's really meant for short stays, up to 180 days max. And trying to work remotely on it, that's a bit of a legal gray area, you know? The digital nomad visa, yes, it costs more at $500, but it gives you a full, renewable year, clearly defined work rights, and proper access to things like opening a bank account. It's really for people who are serious about setting up a proper home base here.
Look, I know this can all seem like a lot of information, maybe even a little overwhelming, and that is exactly why we're here. At Advice.lk, we really believe that good, clear information is the best support you can get. Our whole goal is to take all these confusing rules and turn them into simple, real-life actions for you.
So after all of that, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Is Sri Lanka your next home base? Is this beautiful island with its warm smiles and amazing scenery where you're meant to be? Only you can answer that one. Thank you so much for watching.